In this video, we're going to be looking at the combination widget form. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the widget. Now this is to create an actual contact form, the proverbial contact, put your name here and your email there. And it's really straightforward. You can give it a title. The sample that was provided there was a request a consultation. Here is where you can put any description, get your free consultation. Oops, I think I spelled that wrong, but there we go. What you want written on the button, send. The message after it's submitted. So that it'll be like a message that shows up after they've submitted the form, and when the form's submitted, to where the notification is, So this could be your address, if I wanted it to be, Dave at, Dave.com, whatever it might be. Then that's where you put it. And if you separate them by commas, then the notifications can be sent to multiple ones. So let me actually just get rid of this one. Get it out of the way. I'm going to drag that on. Save it. Preview it. And there you go. A very, straightforward form where they put in their name, first name, last name, email, phone number, company, and the message, and they can send it. Now, although I shouldn't say most, but they should. Mobile website builders will provide these forms, and that's all fine and dandy, and as we do in the Mobot and in the Touch. All that said, just like I don't believe uploading the images is the best way to do that, I don't believe that this is the best way to have contact forms on your client's sites. Because there should be purpose. I mean, it'll notify them, and it is a contact. However, I'm far more in favor of helping them to market to their customers. Therefore, using services where there's autoresponders involved, where they can use Aweber. Now, maybe they don't have an Aweber account. There are other ones too. Yesterday, I was one of your fellow members basically introduced me to these guys because they were working with them, and I helped them straighten something out. Instant Customer. My new favorite is MailChimp, and I'm going to do a complete series just on MailChimp, and actually in combination with Wufoo, which I'll get to in a second, because the better way, in my opinion, is that there's an actual process where they sign up and they receive an email and you get them onto a list, and you properly serve them, and you help your clients understand how they can serve their customers. And it's not about jacking up their bill and costing them a bunch of money. And that's one of the reasons I love MailChimp and Wufoo and some other things, because they really don't got to pay until they're getting something out of it. And for you, you're adding value, you're adding your expertise. You don't want to be just the person who can build the site. What you want to do is you want to give them valuable knowledge on how they can improve their bottom line. And when you do that, then they can retain your services on a monthly basis. And it's beneficial to both, because you'll get better at what you do, because if you're being supported by a series of clients that are paying you monthly, you can focus on improving the business to them. Others who just want to sell them a site and move on, that's fine. But you should always give them their best option so that they can prosper. Because if they make money, you'll make money. So with that said, let me double back here. So that's one way. I prefer, like I said, to do it other ways. So I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to get some of this stuff out of our way here. I prefer when the opt-in is done via a service. So for instance, with Aweber, I just use the HTML widget. This is how I believe is the best way to do this, because you're getting them into an actual funnel. So, I can just add the widget. Now with Aweber, their iframe code or their codes, there's a little bit of a battle over the theming. Because this has innate theming, that causes some issues, but it's no big deal. You overcome it with iframes. So here's an example. Let me just bring up this script. It's very straightforward iframe script. And I just put the page, because Aweber, whenever you create a form, they create an actual landing page. So I just copy the URL of that and I drop it into this simple script. And then I can just place it into the Mobot Touch. And all you ever do is you just replace this one little section. So until we get the API to Aweber integrated, this is the way to do it. So I just go like that. I drag it on. And just like that, I've got an Aweber form. And that's, the Aweber with whatever, I use, whatever the theme within it you chose. You can use it. That simple, that fast, that easy. So that, for me, is the best way to use Aweber with it. Now, let me just get rid of Aweber here for a second. Yeah, I'll remove it. Yesterday, like I said, I worked with someone who used Instant Customer. Now, they provide an iframe script that just drops right in. And I'm actually familiar with some of the people behind it. I mean, Paul Colligan is certainly someone I recognize. It seems all right. I haven't really played around with it. I just happened to notice yesterday when I was working with it that they provide an iframe script that worked just drop it in. The only thing I changed was the width of the form. That was it. Which probably could have been changed from within here. But your fellow member sent me the script, and it was a minor edit. I love MailChimp now. Again, with MailChimp, you can make some pretty cool forms and stuff like that. And again, all I did was change the width. So here's what the form looked like, and I was able to just drop the URL where this was placed into that simple script that I just showed you. I simply put the URL here to where that page was, and this came up in the phone and looked really good and worked really good. But my favorite is Wufoo. This works just fantastic. Let me just Control C, grab that code. When you create a form, these can be extremely cool forms. They can do a lot of stuff. This is where restaurants, you could be making reservations. You can do a lot with this. It really is really good. So I just grabbed the embed form, and let me show you how cool this one is. I grab it, add the widget. Guess the computer's working hard. Let's take it a moment. There it is. And I add their iframe that they provide you. I took the iframe option, drop it in. I'll save it and I'll preview it and I'll show you. This is really cool. They allow you to do a lot of neat stuff. I can actually be booking appointments, making reservations, so much cool stuff. Wufoo is very powerful, and because of the way they do their iframes, you don't have any issue with the theming on this end. So you can really build super powerful forms inside Wufoo. And Wufoo is easy to get started with, and only if your client is having success will they have to basically start really paying. And in each case, you can help them. You can and MailChimp is fully integrated with Wufoo. So if I set up a Wufoo form, everything will flow right into a MailChimp. So they're in my autoresponder and all that good stuff. And the best part is that, again, with either of these, you can get people set up for absolutely free. I think you get like 1,200, if I recall correctly, with MailChimp people on the list, and you get 2,500 mailouts a month, which is absolutely free. So until you're really doing something, it's plenty. And if they're going to mail more than that, then obviously they got a list and they're making money, and that's great. And subsequently, they can go to a paid version, which for you who helped them set it up, it's not a great deal of money, but it's a little bit of you get your little bit of affiliate commissions, and that always helps. So that's it for the form. Yes, there is a combination form widget. Yes, you can definitely build it right here, but for me, for the functionality, the power, and stuff like that, I really like using Wufoo in combination with MailChimp, and I'll do a whole series on just doing that because I know it takes a lot more. So in the next video, I'll show you the combination widget icon grid. So we'll see you there.